Salve, rapaziada. Começando mais um episódio dele, do magnífico Final Fantasy.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free to choose our
Bom,
own
lembrando que
path.
eles estão tentando aí liberar a galera. Se você tá acompanhando pelo YouTube, já deixa seu like aí,
Honestly, don't think it mattered to him if that choice
pra dar
was
aquela moralzinha.
right
Se
or
você
wrong.
caiu no meu canal por acaso, se
Then it was
inscreve.
our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds, home sweet home.
Bom, é uma boa maneira de se manter a salvo, né, mano? Colocando, tipo, o esconderijo no meio do nada. Só que é ruim porque, tipo, você pensando como uma civilização, uma mini cidade, o que seja, precisa de suprimentos, né? E no meio do mar é complicado, né? Você principalmente ter algo que depende da terra, tá ligado?
Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
Tipo, pensando como esconderijo, puta, ninguém vai pensar em ir no meio do mar, nessas estruturas do nada. Mas é aquilo, se não tiver um bom gerenciamento de... Gerenciamento... É uma parada que pode comprometer o bagulho. Principalmente por falta de terra, tá ligado? E fora que o espaço pode ser um tanto quanto limitado, dependendo de quantas pessoas tiver. Então, por exemplo, pode ser que seja necessário tá dando uma expandida, tipo, pra lá, sabe? Tipo, essas paradas. Vamos falar com o outro.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Tinha o Mogli ali.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Olha o Mogli ali. Você quer saber o que é esse quadro atrás de mim, não quer? Tudo ao seu tempo, amigo. Tudo ao seu tempo. Bom, eu tomei spoiler do que é esse quadro, sem querer. É um quadro de quest. Então, tipo, você vai atrás de monstros lendários, eu acho. Vamos falar aqui com Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Eu não lembro dela.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
Claro que não é
The
sorte.
same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been
Ela
made
fala
in my
Nine
life,
Tails,
and
não...
none was
Ah,
especially
Tails de
memorable.
conto. 9 contos.
So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Boa pergunta. Vamos ter aula? Vamos
Long
explicar.
ago Sambrek's dominion over northeastern storm has endured, recent days have seen the blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Famosa Guerra de Quatro Reinos, né, mano?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
Adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Vá para Amprocates. Arpócatres. Apocatres. Crates. Aposcas. Você que tá dedilhando aí, mano.
The young dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Ô, livraria braba, hein? Apócatres.
Hippocrates.
Apócatres.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
Como o Mogli não existe, mano? O Mogli lá na frente do cartaz lá.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
I say good day.
I should get some rest while I can.
I say good day. Mithril. Aquilo ali tudo é Mithril, velho. I say good day. I say good day.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Nossa, então ele arrancou a marca mesmo, tipo, na faca.
All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Assim como ela, caralho. Ou será que todos os marcados foram pra bisturi? Dar uma...
Gav have thought worthy of a letter.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern.
Tá, esse é meu aposento e olha quem tá ali. Subarashi, né? Relatórios, cartas e outras mensagens destinadas aos Clives serão deixadas na mesa de leitura em seus aposentos. Novas mensagens são frequentes, então não deixe de passar na mesa de leitura sempre que estiver no esconderijo. Clive mandou: o exército republicano marcha pelo Império nas Orlas Gêmeas. E os homens da rocha foram convocados à linha de frente. Eu sinto que algo importante está para acontecer. Quando eu voltar, te deixarei a par de tudo.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army
Que o bagulho tá louco lá na rocha dupla gêmea.
With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
Ele não escreveu isso tudo, não.
This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give.
in exchange for momentary comfort. We must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash.
Caralho, a textura da luvinha, maluco.
But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals.
Povo bonito. Tá aí, meu povo. Enquanto isso, ó o Joshua, mano. Os territórios do norte. Tá tudo estilosão.
And so the north is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Cara, pior que é complicado, né, mano? Pensar que, tipo, o mundo tá deteriorando enquanto a galera tá em guerra, tentando conquistar mais terreno em vez de, tipo, solucionar o problema do mundo, tá ligado? Tipo, é uma parada... Ai...
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
A tormenta cresce.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something has happened to Martha.
Vamos lá. Ó, tem até uma varandinha, vai. Ó, o que a gente achou aqui? Eu saquei o meu próprio baú, vai. Muro de memórias. O juramento. Criado no dia que Clive jurou a sua aliança a Cid, esta lasca de cristal cravada com 2 adagas é um poderoso lembrete da sua promessa feita, de uma amizade forjada e de um legado herdado. A gente só tem essa. E pelo número tem muita coisa. E aí, Naga, de boa? Bom dia. bem também, mano. Bem tranquilinho. E aí, qual é as novas? Como foi sua sexta-feira, mano? Tranquilo? Pô, esse game tá muito foda, velho. Olha lá, ele fala que Moglis não existe, mano. Olha o Moglis aqui, velho. Porra, tá me tirando. Muito bonitinho, mano.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Eorzea started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Olha aí, deixa eu ver se aqui tem... Ah, aqui tem quem é Marta. Eu não lembrava quem era. Proprietário dos Estábulos Dourados. A taverna no centro de repouso de Marta. E também aliada da causa de Cid. Ah, pode pá. A mina da lojinha. Lembrei.
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing.
Now she's missing.
We could be next.
We could be
Couple of
next.
Breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Tá, eu tenho que encontrar... alguma coisa, mas aonde? Encontre o Rompes Maldição.
It's not that I don't trust Cole to do his bit, you understand? It's that I don't trust the Empire to show any of us any mercy if we get in their way.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? And how may I assist you today? Then I bid you good day.
Cara, agora eu não sei pra onde ir, velho. O que eu posso fazer é... sair daqui pra ver se... vou ter que descer ali.
Clive, is everything all right?
Não, porque eu não sei onde ir. Romper maldição. Onde é isso?
Finish with that lot. Welcome back, Sid.
Ver se abrindo o mapa mundo eu tenho ideia. Estou no esconderijo, não é no esconderijo. Muito bom, família, muito bom. É lá em Repouso de Marta. Vamos lá. Agora a gente fica um pouco mais, né?
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical.
Verdade, a Marta é a minazinha da loja aqui.
What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all her efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
Vamos lá, família.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Eu não vi você não aqui, Totó.
Get it, boy.
Good job.
If those horses touch an arrow on Martha's
Caralho, eu tomei logo uma catarrada do bagulho, mano. Será nada? Nada.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened. What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened. The Black Shields? The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Eorzea. They fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Pô, matar esses bichinhos que voam é um bagulho mendokusai, hein, mano.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
It's a little too late.
No.
Damn it. I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
E aí, Léo, de boa, meu querido? Quanto tempo, mano? Caralho, mano, eu caí usada. 500 anos depois, né? E aí, como é que você tá, mano?
Is that all of them?
É o Caio que eu tô pensando? Deixa eu ver se é o Caio que eu tô pensando. Ah, é o advogado, sim. Tô ligado.
I didn't see the abbot.
Ah, a vida no Japão tá a mesma coisa, mano. É o que conversa com o Léo e tudo mais, né, mano? Tá ligado quem é, tá ligado? Eu imaginei que seria você, mano. E aí, Popetinho, de boa? Caralho, os caras fizeram uma assassina. Então, cara, a vida aqui tá de buenas, viu, mano? Só corrida, mano. Trabalho e estudar, mano. Bom que, querendo ou não, agora esse mês a gente vai ter um pouco de lazer, porque a gente vai pegar umas folgas forçadas. Tá com baixa produção de moto. Já tá fluente? Ô, Popetinho. Queria tá fluente, viu, mano? Tá me impedindo de fazer uma coisa que eu quero muito, velho.
The Black Shields will return. The Cullings. Eorzea.
Pior que eu não sei.
Tell to beg his aid. And tell her.
I shall.
Sid, where are you?
In here. We found a survivor.
Clive. He's gone.
Caralho, mano, os caras não duram nada, velho. Triste, triste.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Mas e aí, guys, como foi a festa junina aí no Brasil, mano? Aqui teve algumas, mas eu não tive oportunidade de ir nenhuma. Tô pensando em agosto ir ou pra Osaka, pra ir na Universal, ou pra quem sabe em Tóquio. Eu tô pensando aí, né?
Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Nossa, eu tô mó... Calma aí. Mó dentro da parede ali, velho. Vamos lá, execute a conjugação e volte ao repouso de Marta para o salto de Redock. Eu tô com 1000 e pouquinho, velho. A habilidade de Ramu é mais em dano, aparentemente. Pronto, estamos maximizados na Fênix. Cara, esse esquema de mudar de elemento eu acho muito foda, velho. Muito ó. Não é Coreia. Imp? Ah, é tipo aqueles monstros lendários que eu falei, que tipo mais pra frente vai ter. Ah. Subarashi, né? De vez em quando Clive pode se deparar com criaturas maiores, mais rápidas e mais ferozes do que o normal. Derrotá-las podem render, além de renome, materiais raros que podem ser usados para criar novos equipamentos ou melhorar itens existentes. Você pode obter informações adicionais sobre a ameaça notória falando com Mog no esconderijo. Alô, alô, alô? Caralho, mano, esse bicho, velho. Porra é essa? Que porra foi essa, né? Que eu tava com a metade da vida. Acho que eu não poderia ficar dentro daquele círculozinho, hein, mano. Falei, pô, tá quase estudando, vou bater nele. Porra! Eu tenho que sair pelo mesmo lugar, velho. Caraca, mano, o bicho me sapecou, velho. Isso porque ele era de classe C, tá ligado? Seguindo os padrões deve ser tipo C, B, A e S, velho. Ué. O maluquinho me macetou, mano. Vou tentar lutar direitinho agora, mano. Essa é a parte da condenação que eu não posso ficar no meio, tá ligado? Não! Mas que bicho chato, véi. Dale. Caralho, mano, foi... Tive que me concentrar de leve. Ah, agora tem um negócio a mais ali que você ganha. Que eu não sei bem o que que é. Que é esse negocinho aqui, ó. Esse aqui é dinheiro, esse aqui é XP e esse aqui é ponto de habilidade, tá ligado?
You didn't see that coming.
Tirar uma printzinha. Pronto. Ou seja, agora pra frente vai começar a aparecer uns bichos estranhos no meio do nada, tá ligado?
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
Poeteiro ainda.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back.
E guys, eu descobri um negócio, mano. Rede social é coisa de brasileiro, velho. Japonês odeia, mano. São poucos que gostam de Instagram, de mostrar foto, essas porra, tá ligado? Pô, mano, eu vou usar um TPzinho, mano. Não tô afim de ficar caminhando até lá, não, velho. E quando eles postam foto, eles tampam o rosto. Se estiver sorrindo, eles tampam os dentes. Mano, japonês é um bicho que precisa ser estudado. Tem um amigo meu que falou que o Tinder é a pior coisa que tem, velho. Que eles colocam foto de tudo, menos da pessoa. Bota foto da comida, bota da onde foi, bota tudo. Aí não bota o próprio nome pra ninguém achar. Aí, por exemplo, sei lá, a menina chama Marta, ela coloca o nome dela lá no Tinder de mamá. Ou de mar.
How? You couldn't have known.
But the rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just
Isso é coisa de cuzão, velho.
nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Ganhando um pouquinho de reputação, dinheiro. Ganhando sangue preto. Volte para esconderijo. Até que esse obelisco aqui nos permite dar aquela famosa teleportada. Ah, só abriu o mapa mundi. Não preciso sair, teoricamente. Muito bueno. Muy bueno, me gusta, ¿qué pasa?
Now, where's Gav?
Where's Gabby? A Jukebox. O som do silêncio.
But none of the curse breakers ever returned.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
Cara, olha o tamanho desse cristal, velho. Esse, cada cristalzinho, cada lasquinha desse cristal é um poderzinho.
A century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
Excelente estratégia, mano. Na Apex dá pra usar direto, mano. Você vê os caras trocando tiro. Na hora que um mata o outro, você vai lá e se enfia no meio.
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Garve é loucão, mano. A bancada de Jota já está aberta. Novo recurso. Os seguintes recursos e esconderijos estão disponíveis agora. Relatórios de aliados, sussurro de benfeitores, quadro de caça. Quadro de caça é aquela parada que eu falei, mano. Tipo, vai aparecer uns mob fudidão no mapa, aí você vai lá e pega eles. Você não pega, né, mas... Quer ver, ó? Vamos lá dar uma olhadinha lá no quadro de caça. Lembra que tava pra aquele lado, eu acho. Não me falha a memória. Socorro da... Ah, peraí. Socorro. Achei você, Cupo!
I'll stick with nectar if it's all the same to you. The hunt, it's where the just because.
Tá, aqui ele vai falar que o negócio, tá. Veja o quadro de caça. Let's see. Relatos de monstros aterrorizados no campo são divulgados no quadro de caça, na esperança de algum herói como Clive e prontifique a caça e mate essas ameaças notórias. Ó, aqui a gente matou, né? Vou marcar um... aqui ele fala mais ou menos, ó. O punho rompindo Rosária, mirada iluminada de sabre. Ou ia ser muito interessante se ele aparecesse, tipo, assim no mapa, assim, ó. What's up? Penhasco do Canto do Falcão.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Linhagens.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome.
Cara, esse escudo preto é um bando de arrombado.
It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the millers?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the...
You're a long way from home, aren't you? You won't be disappointed.
Ô, a espada de coral é melhor que a minha atual, velho.
I suppose we won't be... Seeing you again?
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking this.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now.
Ih, rapaziada, acho que eu vou ter que desligar a live rapidão, mano, pra resolver um BO.
Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
É, guys, eu vou ter que finalizar a live. Beleza? Vou resolver aqui um belzinho. Se você tá vendo pelo YouTube, desculpa, esse episódio foi um tanto quanto curto. É isso aí, guys. Beijo na testa esquerda. Valeu, falou.